Hello, everybody. This is Tetrafolium for my Week 4 game. Let's just get right into it. We've got a familiar-looking Sun team. I mean, I don't think we've seen exactly this Sun team, but we've definitely seen Torkoal, Gouging Fire, and a Chlorophyll Mon, I think, every single league so far. I mean, I'm a little over it as an archetype. It, it's here every league. I mean, you just have to accept that it's gonna be there, I guess. But it is what it is. Uh, I'll quickly explain what I've got going on here. I've got Vulcan, my substitute Earth Power Psychic with Rain Dance, Landorus. I figured that Earth Power and Psychic hits everything that I need to hit. Earth Power is the best move to hit pretty much everything, and then Psychic is just there for a potential Hisuian Lilligant, if that comes. Rain Dance is just there to clear the sun if I happen to get a free turn to do it. I don't know if I will ever click it, but just in case. Um, I've got enough speed to be faster than the Kuma-O. Um, I didn't figure that it was worth running any more speed than that. We're also faster than, I believe, Adamant Gouging Fire. We're not. I don't think we're faster than Jolly. No, I don't think so. But um, I'm kind of reading that this is going to be an Adamant Gouging Fire. Um, I don't know. I mean, that's the scary one, right? The Adamant DD or Choice Band, because that does so much damage. Next, we've got Venus. Who's almost a standard Cinderace, but I've got wide lens on because I'm not anticipating too much hazards. I think I'm gonna play pretty aggressively against the Torkoal to not allow it to get its rocks up. I mean, if it does, it does, I guess. I mean, I have wide lens here so that I'm way less likely to miss Pyro Ball or Zen Headbutt. Um, Still possible, it's still 1% chance, but hopefully that doesn't come into effect. We're faster than Mousehold. I think I already mentioned that. Mousehold can be a pretty big issue for my team if it gets a tidy up and it's faster than everything. And the only Pokemon that lives a +1 tidy up is Rhyperior. Um, so yeah, I need to be careful about that. Uh, I've got Vesta with basically the standard like pivot set, but I've got Spiky Shield. Spiky Shield is basically just to stall turns of Sun or to get some chip onto the physical attackers like potentially Como. Well, sorry, maybe not Como. Mousehold and Gouging Fire. Maybe Como, possible, but um, yeah. Play Rough is there mostly to hit Walking Wake. It's my best move to hit that. It'll also hit Como pretty well. And it'll also hit Hisuian Lilligant. But as it stands, I want to just click a bunch of Ivy Cudgels, hopefully. We are faster than Walking Wake if it's not boosted by the sun or if it's not Scarf. So if we can get in versus a Walking Wake who is choice specs and not in the sun, then we'll be able to hit it with a nice fat play rough. And also, Water Absorb is just nice to stop the Walking Wake from being able to spam Hydro Steam. And I've got Florges as well to stop it from spamming Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor. So hopefully between these two we can handle it. Next I've got Mars, who's my choice Scarfer. It's faster than a +1 speed or a Choreo as long as it's not timid, it doesn't have the plus speed nature. Hopefully that could help if we get some chip on it. If it's getting out of hand with Quiver Dance, if I get it down low enough, I can maybe like go for my Draco Meteor, kill it. I've got Dragon Pulse here. Dragon Pulse is really good. It like almost kills all of the dragon types on this team, uh, depending on their sets. Um, and if I'm fast, and I certainly 2-hit KO all of them, even if they have a Hobbenberry, even if they are invested in their defenses. Uh, so, I mean, we're gonna hopefully be clicking a lot of Dragon Pulses. Um, the only switch in is a Terra Fairy Porygon 2. Um, I probably I'll probably have to eliminate that early if it comes. I hope that like between Cinderace and Landorus having like immense damage output, um, that we can do that. I don't know, though. We'll see. Minerva is basically the standard set. I think the defense that I have here lets us live a Flare Blitz from Gouging Fire if it's not boosted by the sun. And then the Spadef is just like really solid into Walking Wake. I think even if it's Specs, I think we don't get 2-hit KO'd. We don't quite get 2-hit KO'd by a Hydro Steam. So that could be good. The 4 speed is just there as a like to speed creep myself. If that happens to be a thing that like if they're gonna try to speed creep floor, just at least make it a speed tie. Why not? And then Tellus. Tellus is my interesting mon for this week. I've got Solid Rock, Terra Dragon, Hobbenberry. What this means is that when I Terra Dragon, if Dragon moves will now be super effective against me. So Solid Rock will activate, making him 3/4 the damage that they would be. So 3/4 of 2 times would be what? 6/4. That's 1.5 times damage. And then the Hobbenberry halves that, so you're actually doing less than the full neutral damage. So actually, if I Terra Dragon and still have my Hobbenberry, I take less damage than if I don't Terra Dragon, which is really interesting. It allows me to survive, I believe, a Draco Meteor from Walking Wake, which is kind of nice. But primarily, this is going to help me out against Gouging Fire. Breaking Swipe here will be a stab move with the Terra Dragon, but it also lowers attack by 1. So a Dragon Dancing Gouging Fire can't outpace me because I'm always going to drop it by 1. Additionally, if it's not an HP invested Gouging Fire, I always 2-hit KO it with Terra Dragon Breaking Swipe. So that's kind of cool. I have Iron Defense on in case Mousehold comes in. If Mousehold comes in and Tidy Ups and I Iron Defense on the turn it goes for Tidy Up, then it like really can't do anything to me, which is good. And then Metal Burst is there in case I need a like panic click against something that is going to do a lot of damage to me but not kill me. I can kill Gouging Fire, who's going for Outrage. I can kill a Walking Wake that goes for like Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor if I live it. I don't live every Draco Meteor, I should say. I think I live it if it's unboosted. But and I still have my Hobbenberry and I haven't taken any chips, so it's like maybe a very situational case. But yeah, Metal Burst might come in handy, you know. Como could come in and try to click a Dragon Pulse itself, and being able to hit that would be nice. Overall, I mean, I think the team is pretty solid. I think I have tools to win the game. I just hope that like I out offense my opponent, and we will see what happens in the game. All right, here we are. So I kind of thought that Hisui and Lilligant would come. I mentioned like when I have tools for everything, but if I had to pick the six, I would have picked this six, except I would have replaced Oricorio with Hisui and Lilligant. I kind of thought that matched up a little better. It has the triple axle to break through Landorus, even if I go for substitute. Um, and yeah, it would have been honestly, it would have been a really scary mon. I guess it's kind of good that it didn't come because I didn't have the best game plan for it. I was hoping that I would just get Florges in and moonblast it, and hopefully it dies. But uh, yeah, we don't I necessarily have to deal with that, so that's kind of good. But we'll go on and see what happens. I think I lead with Landorus here. Um, Actually, I lead with Hydreigon. So here comes Porygon. It's just going to Terra Fairy immediately, which I definitely like that for my opponent. It makes a lot of sense to get your Terra Fairy immediately so that Hydreigon can't just click a Draco Meteor and you're going to have to switch in and like eat it with Porygon. Goes for Terra Blast. I mean, Terra Blast is, I guess, a good move into Hydreigon. I feel like Ice Beam is just as good, and maybe you could afford yourself another move slot. I don't know. Maybe you don't need another move slot. Maybe Ice Beam, Terra Blast is the only two moves you really need, and then you've got Thunder Wave and Recover, I guess, is your last two. I just go for U-turn because I don't want to like stay in with this. I get Thunder Waved on Florges, which is not great. I don't get my move off. I don't remember what I went for. Probably didn't matter that much. But I go to Landorus, which allows me to get a substitute. It goes for Hydro Steam, and I go for Earth Power, which is it doesn't. I don't think it has rolls to kill. Um, in that case, maybe I should have went for like Searing Sands. What is it called? The the move that it got from Legends Arceus that is 100 base power and 80 accuracy. I do not remember what it's called because I never use it, but maybe I should have used that because that would have given me enough power to kill the Walking Wake. But I go to Florges here. I could have went to Ogerpon, which would have definitely eaten up the water type move, but I wasn't sure if this was choiced, so I just went to Florges, and I was hopefully gonna get my HP back here with Synthesis. It turns out to not be choiced. I don't know what item it's running if it's not choiced. I'm paralyzed, so I don't get my Synthesis off, which is really, really bad. I go to Rhyperior to take on this Oricorio. The Oricorio goes for Taunt. If you're asking me, I think this is a horrible play because if Rhyperior goes for Stone Edge, you die. So, I, of course, it works out for my opponent because I don't have Stone Edge on this Rhyperior, but that's a crazy play. He goes for Air Slash, and I flinch, and I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna go for Air Slash again, my Metal Burst should come in and it will kill you.
Then something just snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about being better than Kakarot. I didn't care about being a Super Saiyan. I didn't care if I lived. I didn't care about anything. And then it happened.
This is unbelievable. This always happens to Rhyperior, dude. I don't even know what to say. So I kind of play for him to miss Air Slash. I was gonna go for a another breaking swipe at least to just get some damage. Um, Not that it really mattered. Literally, I lose the game here. This thing outspeeds and kills everything on my team. Except, I mean, maybe except for Hydreigon, but Hydreigon can't outpace the Spadef boost unless I like get a crit. So I go to Florges. Um, I don't. I was hoping to get like a Moonblast drop. Um, Goes for another Quiver Dance. I go for Moonblast again, and I'm thinking to myself, well, at the very least, this is in Sucker Punch range, so I might be able to do something. It's actually last move Roost, so it was mono Air Slash Oricorio, which is it's a really weird set. I mean, it worked. It worked. Uh, so can't really hate too much. But I'm going for Moonblast just to get the drops. It goes for a Taunt again. I'm not falling for that. This is risking a crit, right? If I crit, I kill this Oricorio. And they go for Roost. I get paralyzed. I don't get my Moonblast off. At this point, I go to Cinderace because I figured that it would probably go for a Quiver Dance. And basically, what I'm basically just playing for this Oricorio to choke, and it does choke. I mean, if he went for Air Slash, well, he would have to go to Air Slash. There's a 5% chance it misses, and then my Cinderace would kill. But my opponent just completely chokes, frankly, and goes for Taunt. I don't think there's any reason to not just attack. Like even if I go for Sucker Punch, I don't think I killed this Oricorio. I think based on my calcs, it looked like it was max HP, max special attack. It may be a mix of HP and Spadef investment, or defense investment. I don't know, but to me it looked like it was 252 HP, 252 special attack. So like my Sucker Punch wouldn't kill unless I was like banded, which I mean, maybe I could be banded based on the fact that I took the rocks damage, but I don't know why you would taunt that. So I don't know. I think my opponent should have just went for Air Slash. Literally, I think if you went for Air Slash, you won the game. You would have beat me 6-0. But they didn't go for that. So I have a chance here. The problem is Gouging Fire comes in, and I have no idea if this is Dragon Dance or Choice Band or what. I mean, I know it's not Booster Energy. I go for Zen Headbutt because I'm kind of thinking maybe I just sack Cinderace here. But I get the flinch here, so maybe that's good. I go for another Zen Headbutt because my plan is to just sack the Cinderace. And if I got another flinch there, I don't think I would. I mean, if I got another flinch there, I have a chance. Maybe I get a really high roll. I got a pretty low roll on the second one, so maybe it didn't really matter. But now I can go to Ogerpon, who should be faster. I get my Ivy Cudgel off on the Torkoal. Doesn't really do that much. But now goes back to Gouging Fire, and I go for U-turn here. Maybe I should have went for another one to catch the Gouging Fire switch. I kind of wanted to keep my Ogerpon, and I didn't want to take a Will-O-Wisp. But maybe I should have just went for it. Like I'm kind of down. I have to stop my opponent's win cons. So here I go for Protect. My opponent goes for Dragon Dance. This was probably not a great play for me. Maybe I should have just went for Moonblast to cover the Dragon Dance option. Yeah, I actually don't really know what I was thinking there. I was gonna have to sack this thing anyway, but Hydreigon can now come in and it's fast. It should be faster than Gouging Fire, hopefully. I mean, based on the booster attack, I'm guessing that it's not max speed. It could be though, but it isn't. Uh, Goes to Walking Wake. I kind of just have to sack this, I think. Can't go to Landorus. Um, I'll take that Draco Meteor, and yeah, the game's kind of cooked. I do live that, at least, so I can play for a little bit of diff here. But, yeah, I mean, this should come in and just live the hit. And, yeah, I lose. Yeah, no, I think I made some I did make some misplays. Like here, if I went for another Ivy Cudgel, I would have caught the Gouging Fire, and I think it would have died. Maybe hard to say. I think it would have, because yeah, this would be not resisted anymore. It would be stab. I think yeah, I think I would have killed. He would have went to. I don't know. I don't know who he would have went to. I think probably Mousehold would make the most sense, and then just Pop Bomb. Um, yeah, I would have been in a bad spot there as well, because if this Mousehold like goes for, I don't think I can kill it in one. And if the Mousehold goes for Pop Bomb, or sorry, Tidy Up, I think I just lose. Because I don't have my Rhyperior anymore. But I don't know. Maybe we could have seen Walking Wake come in, and I could have went to Floor just to stop the Draco Meteor, and then I would have had a chance to like fire off at least like a Moonblast or something. There were a couple of turns there. I think that like some very fortunate hacks for my opponent happened. Like this Oricorio, if I would have got my Metal Burst off uh, on this turn, I at least would have had Rhyperior alive. I don't think it would have done much. It would have, at the very least, um, allowed me to save some HP somewhere. Would it have, actually? It would have maybe allowed me to not have to go to Florges and do all of this with the Moonblast. I kind of got myself out of there. I should have lost the game 6-0 here if my opponent just attacked the Cinderace on that turn, but so I guess we kind of got out anyway. But yeah, not great. I think another thing that could have been good for me, based on like what it looked like all these sets were, if I had court change on Cinderace and I could have court changed the rocks to the other side, that could have been good. It would have maybe done some damage to Gouging Fire if it was not boots. It would have killed the Walking Wake probably, so it wouldn't have been able to switch in anymore, and it would have forced the Torkoal to come in to like spin at some point, which can afford me a free turn. But I think probably lose the end game to Mousehold anyway. So this was kind of a maybe not a good game plan from me. Maybe I should have brought Drifblim. Although Drifblim like really does really badly into the rest of the team, so I don't know. Maybe I could have maybe been a little bit more aggressive with my Landorus, go for that higher damage, lower accuracy move. I don't know. But I think even despite the hacks, I probably still would have lost the game. So I can't be too caught up in it. 2-2 is not fantastic. I would love to have been would have loved to get that win in the first week, which I think literally I got haxed out of. I don't think I don't think I misplayed at all. Um, but this one, I mean, if I didn't get hacked out on my Rhyperior, we maybe could have had a slightly different game, but I don't think I would have pulled out the win in the end anyway. So uh, yeah, that's tough. This team though, it only has the one win. I don't wish bad on anybody, but based on how this matchup went, it would be nice if I didn't have to play them in playoffs. Uh, no, but seriously though, I hope you continue use this streak of momentum to make a run here in the end at the end of the season. But I hope you just don't have to play me in playoffs again because wow, this is I, I I've had a really bad matchup here. Maybe I can look to improve it. Maybe I'll make some trades, and maybe we won't have one particular member of my team who's fooled me twice now to fool me again.